Okay guys, in my previous video, I have explained to you about repeated multiplication of algebraic expressions, based on these experiments. Based on these squares, we can say is that when you have a repeated multiplication, for example 2 times 2, we can simplify it with 2 to the power of 2, or we call it 2 squares. A times A, you should get A squares. B times B, you should get B squares. But if it is involved volumes, we can say is that 2 times 2 times 2 means that 2 here have been multiplied repeatedly for 3 times. 2 times 2 times 2 should get 2 to the power of 3. So A times A times A to the power of 3, and B times B, we should get B to the power of 3. So when it involves same terms, we can simplify with when you get B times B times B. So we calculate how many B's are there. So we can see that we have 3 times. So B times B, B times B times B, we will get B to the power of 3. If you have 5B over here, means that you have multiple B for 5 times. So you should get B to the power of 5. If you have B times B times B times dot 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 until B, you don't know how many times or how many B's are there. So we can represent it with the value, the letter of n's times. So we can write it B to the power of n. Now we try to look at some example of this. Now we want to simplify each of the following. So we have P times P times P times P times P. So what you have to do is, you have to calculate how many P are there. So you can see that P is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times. So we can write it as P to the power of 6. Now look at this. So when it's involved 2n minus 5 over here, 2n minus 5 times 2n minus 5 times 2n minus 5 times 2n minus 5. For this one, maybe you look at it like complicated things. What you have to do is you have to calculate the bracket here as 1. So you should get, hi guys, sorry for the distraction. Gangguan daripada anak cikgu sikit lah. Dia datang duk ketuk-ketuk pintu pula. Tak apa, kita sambung Now, when it's involved 2n minus 5, 2n minus 5, 2n minus 5, 2n minus 5, over here, what you have to do is, you only have to calculate brackets. Look at the bracket first. For one bracket means that you have 1 times. So now, we look here, what you can see here, we can see that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times of bracket. So what happened? What you have to do is you just put the bracket, and then it means that 4 times means that here it will be the power of 4. So all the terms that inside the bracket, you just copy it back. 2n minus 5. This is how you write multiple repeated multiples, to simplify the repeated multiple that involve bracket. Now we look at xy plus 7y, xy plus 7y, xy plus 7y. So what happened over here? We can say that you just calculate how many brackets are there. So we can see is that the bracket here, you have 3 brackets, so means that you have 3 times. So put the bracket, put the power of 3, so just copy back what terms that you have inside the bracket, xy plus 7y. So this is how you simplify a repeated multiple. Now we look at how to simplify of this following. Simplify of this following. So m times m times m times m. So you calculate it. You will get 4 times. So you will get m to the power of 4. For x plus y times x plus y. So how many brackets are there? So you should get 2 brackets, 2 times. Sorry, 2 times. So you should get x plus 7 to the power of 2. Now we look at another example. P minus 3q times P minus 3q times P minus 3q. So how we want to solve this? You should get, you have to calculate how many brackets are there. Here we will get 3 times. So you should get bracket, the power of 3. And then inside the bracket here, you just copy it back, P minus 3q. The power of 3. Okay, now sometimes you have to write repeated multiple into a simplified one. Sometimes you have to go it back. Okay, go back from simplify to the repeated multiplication. For example here, okay, x the power x plus 4y and then bracket the power of 2. So what happened here, you have to look the power. So the power here is power of 2, means that you have to bracket actually, times 2 bracket. So you just copy back what terms inside the bracket, x plus 4y, and then here will be x plus 4y. Okay, this is how you change the simplified multiplication into the repeated multiplication. Well, we look at another one, 9p over here. So what happened, you calculate how many you can see that you have the power of 3 over here, means that you have 3 brackets. Okay, 1 2 3. So just copy back all the terms inside the bracket, 9pq, 9p minus q, 9p minus q. Okay, you can put multiple over here, the symbol of multiple, or if you don't want to put the symbol of multiple also can. So for example, maybe someone of you want to write it like this, 9p minus q, 9p minus q, 9p minus q. Okay, these terms and this one, okay, is the same thing. Okay, because if you don't write multiple, okay, it means that and then it don't have any symbol between the bracket, means that it's involved multiple actually. Okay, now we move on to the complex one lah, when it's involved multiple repeated multiple. How do you multiply and divide algebraic expression? For example, like this, 3a the power a b power of 2 times 4a power of 3 times b. So over here it means that, okay, you have to change the simplify one into the repeated multiple. So you will get over here 3 times a times b times b. Okay, and then times 4 times a times a times a. So because a the power of 3 over here, so a here you have to multiply 3 times with b. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to arrange back all the terms, and then 3 times 4. Okay, we put the number first. Okay, 3, do we have any 3? No. Do we have any 4? Yeah, 1 only. And then do you have any a? So calculate a, how many? 1 2 3 4. So means that a 1 2 3 4 multiple with b, how many b? 1 2 and 3. Sorry, 3 over here. So you will get b 1 2 3, and then you simplify it back. Okay, you should get 4 times 3 because it's a number, only I involve a coefficient, so 4 times 3 will be 12. A, how many? 1 2 3 4. So you just write a over here and the power of 4. B, how many? You have 3 times, so b the power of 3. So you should get 12a the power of 4, b the power of 3. Okay, so now we move on to another one. Simplify 20m the power of 4 and power of 2 divided by 5m power of 2 and power of 3. So what happened over here? It means that, okay, you have to change it into repeated multiple. So 220 times m the power times m times m times m, because m have 4 times, and then times n because n have 2 times, and then divide of it with 5 times m because m have power of 2 times n times n times n. Okay, now what you have to do is, if it is only involve multiple at the numerator and denominator, okay, you can simplify. First, you have to look n first. Okay, this one n, you have 1 and 1, you can cancel it. Now n over here, do you have any n on your numerator? No, you don't have anymore. So you just leave it like that. So now we look at m. M no 1, so 1 over here, you can cancel it. Cancel. So do you have any m over here? You don't have it. Okay, and then you look here, you have 5 here will be 1, 20 here will be 4. So the answer will be 4 times m times m. So you should get 4 m over here you have 2, so m the power of 2. Okay, this is how you solve it. Okay, now we look at the last one in one example over here. What happened over here? You have to change it into repeated multiple. So you will get 21 times x times y. Over here is also times, right? So multiple with 6, multiple with x. And then you have divide, means the divide here must be all of it. 14 times y times y times y times z. Okay, so what happened over here? You just try to find the same letters. So z, do you have any z in your numerator? No. Okay, y, so you get 1, so you get 1 over here. You can cancel it. Do you have any y in your numerator? Don't have it. Okay, so now we look at another one, x. Do you have any x in your denominator? So you don't have any x. So what happened over here? You should get 20, sorry, I forgot about the numbers. Okay, I forgot about the numbers. So what happened with 21 and 14? Can you simplify it? Okay, you can simplify with number 7. 7 times 2, 7 times 3. Okay, so you should get here 3 times x. Okay, and then times 6 times x. Divide by 2 times y times y. Now we look back, you can see that you still have number 6 over here, and number 2, you can simplify it. 2 will be 1, 6 will be 3. So your last answer will be 3 times x times 3 times x divided by y times y. So what happened over here? You should get your last answer. Your last answer will be 3 times 3 will be 9. X here you have 2, so x the power of 2 divided by y the power of 2. So this is your last answer. Okay, uh, that's all for today. So for your homework, okay, sure you have homework. Okay, now for your homework, open your textbook. Okay, you can open your textbook. Open page 100, sorry, what is it, 115. Okay, try to do self-practice 5.2b, question number 1, number 2, sorry, number 1 and number 2, and then page, try to open page, sorry, 117, self-practice 5.2c, question number 1 and number 3. And the mastery Q only do question number 3, number 5. Okay, question number 3 and number 5 only. Okay, that's all for today. I don't want to give you too many homework because I know you also have homework for other subjects. Okay, good luck and take care of yourself. Okay, don't go outside if it's not important things. Okay, just leave your father or your mother go outside. Okay, make sure just make sure take care of yourself only. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you, class.